Hello. So today I have reached 1,000 days of journaling, and I wanted to share what I have learned along this journey. Yeah. So the first thing that I have learned is since journaling is writing, obviously, yeah, but writing is very, very, very important to emptying the brain and helping it do what it does best, which is thinking, processing, not storing information. And doing journaling every day reinforces writing and makes it easier for us to write. That helps us become a better thinker, better decision maker. And the number of times that I have personally found myself in a position where I had to make a choice between so many options, and I was super stretched between all of these options because every option seemed to have some benefits, and I sort of like wanted to have all the benefits of these options. But slowing down and writing and trying to compare all these options definitely helped me to make better decisions so many times. So becoming a better writer helps us to become a better thinker. Like, for example, when we try to list things down that happened to us, for so many times we will try to understand what really happened, whether it's an accomplishment or maybe it's something that we're not proud of, and we try to write. We try to understand why these things are happening. So we dig deeper, right? For example, I have personally discovered how I picked reading from my father, who was buying me these magazines for kids. They were scientific magazines. I was 13, 14 back then. He used to buy them for me and then put them on top of my desk without saying a word, like literally without saying a word. He did not tell me to read them or whatever. He just buys them and put them on my desk. At the beginning, I was just reading here and there some paragraphs, but at some point I got addicted and I read all the magazines that he bought me. That gave me such a boost in knowledge. I learned a lot of physics stuff, science stuff, and that gave me an unfair advantage according to my peers when I was back from summer to high school. So one of the other benefits of journaling is, since journaling is writing what happened every day, this is a form of tracking, and there's a management rule that says what's not measured does not get improved. And actually, journaling might not seem as an obvious way of measuring, but when we know what we have done during that day, it's like we're leaving a trace, right? And we're sort of measuring what we have achieved during that day. And when we want to improve on something, that we will be more conscious about, or like more concentrated on the things that we're trying to improve, the skills that we are trying to improve, the project we're trying to build. And we should also, while journaling, we should leave a trace describing whatever we have achieved in that specific area that we want to improve. Over time, that helps us improve that skill. And not just that, when we have data of weeks, months, we start to know the quantity of the output that we can make or have for a specific skill or thing. Like well, if you want to improve our reading, we can estimate how many pages we're reading per week or per day on average, which can help us estimate how much we can read in the next week. So that helps us to make better plans, and that helps us to achieve our goals better, which is very important, right? We all have these ambitious goals that we want to achieve. So it's very important to track things down, and set goals, have hopefully measurable goals, and then improve every day, and then track the progress as journaling or any other format. There's one more important thing about journaling, and it's like a superpower that it gives you. This feels like a weird thing to describe when I'm thinking about it, but this is real, and people who journal, I'm sure that they have experienced this thing. So when you journal, you get a feeling that you have an increased consciousness on top of your previous self or yourself pre-journaling. Not just that, but on top of also other people. The number of times that I talk to people about making decisions or doing something in the future, the number of flaws that I see, it's very obvious. It's weird at the same thing. It's because it's a good thing, right? I hear so many times people talking about, okay, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that. I have these 4 things I'm working on during the next month or next week or whatever. And they have no clue that they are not going to be able to achieve these things. And I'm not saying this to be pessimistic or not believe in them, but it just does not make sense. I can see flaws in people thinking process, and people planning, and people setting goals, and people explaining why this is happening. And all these things, when you journal, they get much clearer in your head, and it's really amazing to have, right? So yeah, overall, journaling has been an amazing experiment that I have been doing. Well, now it's like nearly 3 years, not just an experiment, but I have to say that I'm super happy and glad that I have integrated this as one of my main habits. And I have learned a ton really from journaling, especially on the consciousness side, making better decisions, thinking much better, emptying my brain. Sometimes I have a lot of these crazy thoughts. I want to do a million things. So especially when I feel like I have a millionth idea per minute, I just write things down. Sometimes not just as a journaling, but sometimes I write in some specific areas where I dump everything in my brain, to help to empty my brain and to stay or get back to my calm state, and focus on whatever I want to do. So yeah, now journaling has been more than just an experiment. Now it's been nearly 3 years. I'm super glad that I have integrated this as an official habit, I have to say. I'm sorry guys, my camera ran out of battery and the last part of the video was cut off. So I'm finishing this from my my camera, from my iPhone. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video. I'll be posting more videos about entrepreneurship, productivity, management, well-being, happiness, all that stuff. Whatever I'm learning, I'm gonna be trying to share with you guys, and I'm gonna use this chance to show you also my small improved setup that I have set for this week. If you have watched the previous week, I was recording from my Mac camera, but currently I'm now using this camera right here. Um, this is a Nikon D5600. So yeah, this is my setup. This is what it looks like. I have this shotgun Boya mic, and this is my setup here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys like the better setup. And I'll be improving in the future and posting better videos and everything. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.